How is Lator's doing? I very comment on YouTube that you and other streamers help him with almost no information outside of that. So what happened with Zlators is that he at one point made a tweet saying that he was gonna in-game himself. Let's just say that. And then after he made that tweet, me, Darkwing Jax, and a few others got in a Discord call, and we managed to find his name, his location, everything, to get the cops to his house so that they could check in on him and make sure he was okay. So then what happened was the cops got to his house in time. He was like hurt, but he was okay. And then he went to an institution, spent a few days there. And then after spending a few days there, they released him. And then he started streaming on Twitch. But then he got indefinitely banned because he, I don't know, for like apparent fraud. And ever since he's been streaming on like Trovo or YouTube. I don't know what happened ever since he started streaming though. Haven't really talked to him in a little while. Didn't people develop strats against Shaq in that same way? Yeah, but target banning isn't developing a strat versus a person. It's inhibiting their opportunity to do what they want to do. It's one thing to try and counter someone, right? To say like, oh, I'm against this guy, so I'm going to play in this way. It's a complete other thing to sit there and be like, yo, we're target banning. You guys like that sidestep? The sidestep on the Morty? Perfect. Game winning. You guys want to know how to counter Doaenel Hecarim? I'll tell you guys the way to counter Doaenel Hecarim that no jungler understands, and once they understand, they'll get it. The way you counter Doaenel if you're ever playing against me, clear towards top lane and tell your bot lane to not die on my early gank. That's it. Yo, Maokai, why the fuck are you AFK? This guy trolling. I don't think he was paying attention. But yeah, that's how you counter me. Tell your team, path bot to top, and then you tell your team, don't die to his full clear gank. If you just have those two conditions preset, there's a 50-50 that I win or lose. But if you path towards bot, or if I get a double kill on your ball lane, the chance of you winning becomes 20 or 30. Hecarim is so crazy unbalanced. He really isn't. Like, I'm being serious when I say he really isn't. The thing is, listen, I've been playing this champion thousands and thousands of games. You've been playing it for years. So people like us and people like Tarzan will make Hecarim look like a good champ, right? But people who are just logging for the first time, who don't understand Q stacks, who don't understand fighting, they're just gonna get shit on. It's like what Riot did with Hecarim is they gave him skill expression. So now it's the skill expressive Hecarim players are actually good at the champion. That's the thing about it. It would be like, imagine they make Xin Zhao really good. Like, but they make him skill expressive, right? The Xin Zhao one tricks are going to be like, dude, Hecarim's broken as fuck. Or the people that have been playing him for years are going to say he's broken. But is he actually broken? No, it's just the fact that you're actually good at it. And good, if you are really good at something, you should be able to have a high win rate on it. Like, if I can maintain my 3 Q stacks from my Krugs to the Dragon play, right? Is every Hecarim player going to be able to do that? No. So because I'm able to do that, I should win that fight, whereas most Hecarim players aren't able to. Does that make sense? That's the way I see it. It's just like, obviously, if I'm locking Hecarim, I'm gonna win every game. But it's not because it's broken necessarily, right? It's in a good state, but because it's in a good state, I can make it feel like it's in an amazing state. That's the thing about it. It's just because I've mastered the champion. So like, if you master champion and it's given skill expression, GG, bro. Like, literally GG. That's why all the Udyr fucking one-tricks are coming out, and they all have these, like, crazy 60 to 70 win rates. Hard-stuck Master Udyr players are now Challenger, right? Because their champ was given skill expression. And Udyr is strong, right? But if randoms lock in Udyr, is it going to be, like, insanely OP? Not really. Press Q every 8 seconds? Dude, I swear when I saw that thing that Chase said, it was the most, like, disgusting, like, tweet I ever saw in my life. Because every champion, literally their biggest form of skill expression is in their timing. It's like imagine Riot sits there, and they make Shaco Q last 20 seconds, right? And then I say, and then I'm like, and then Chase is like, oh, well, I think Shaco Q lasting 20 seconds is pretty, like, ridiculous. Because it makes the champion a lot easier to play, right? And then I'm like, damn, dude, so Shaco's skill expression is being invis? It's like, are you fucking trolling? Every champion is balanced around timing. It's all about timing, right? Cooldowns, how long things last, shit like that. How long roots last and stuff. And if you fuck with the timing, abilities that aren't necessarily OP, or champions that aren't necessarily hard to play, can become hard or easy to play just by fucking with the timing. That's actually one of the reasons why Rengar became super OP back when they first reworked it. It wasn't because of the damage changes, and it wasn't because of the E changes. It was because they made his passive stacks last 2 seconds longer, literally. And those 2 seconds, it literally means, like, imagine you have 2 more seconds in the river with fully stacked ferocity and shit like that. You play Hecarim differently, though. You play Tyr into Sun or Triforce with Conquer. Yeah, but the problem with going that build is that you're insanely team dependent. Insanely team dependent. There are a lot of games where if you go that build, you aren't able to actually 1v9. And the reason why is because Hecarim's a champion who's really fast, but he gets countered by champions with high mobility, unironically, right? So by going phase rush every game, you make it so that you can always stick up to the enemy, and that way you can literally open up your options to build whatever you want. That's the reason I go phase rush every game, because it takes the weakness of being kited away from Hecarim. So now if you can just supplement the lack of damage you're going to get by getting more kills and more opportunities around the map, then you're uncounterable. Conquer is just a severely limiting rune. How does my bot die 2v2 to the 0-6 enemy bot? Oh, Mordekaiser dying? Okay. Perfect. Now I can just go for full clear and then we take Dragon after. You're just stronger in fights with Conquer and you can duel much easier. Yeah, but it's because, man, you play Hecarim different. You play Hecarim to be a component of your team. I play Hecarim to be the team. Does that make sense? It's like, this is the best way I could explain it. You play Hecarim because you're like, okay, I want to amplify the things that make me a good pick for my team, but I play Hecarim to say I am the team every fucking game. It's a different mentality. It's a different mentality. It's like the way I play Hecarim in fights isn't to maximize utility. It's to just like completely 1v9 no matter what. We have the same winner at pretty much the same LP. Watch our RPG after this. Link your RPG right now. I'll have a look right now. Because I want to see. But again, the thing that you have to keep in mind as well, right? Is that you're a guy who literally went pro in the past, and you're a challenger level jungler, right? I'm a challenger level Hecarim one trick. So that's why if you're amplifying the things that make you a jungler, it's one thing, but I'm amplifying the things that make me a Hecarim player. Does that make sense? $65 win rate over 68? Okay. Not bad. 65 over 68 isn't bad. But I'm telling you, if you were to go phase rush, some of those losses, you could have been able to turn into wins. I guarantee it. Because there are some games that are lock and conquer, and I really just feel like, dude, if I had phase rush. So you guys saw there was a double E mechanic. But it's not really a mechanic, it's just kind of like a bug. I mean, not really like a bug. So it's when you get your E off, and then the enemy team either gets out of vision soon enough, or if they flash away soon enough, then you keep your E so you can E again. And you get the leap again. But you don't do the damage twice, it's just that you get the leap twice. Conqueror Sheena is also not fun to play. That's the thing. I feel like, dude, anytime I go Conqueror, I feel like the game is just a billion times more fun. Reginaldo, thanks for your sub. Welcome back. Is it fine? It's always fine, bro. Always. Because, like, the problem with going Conqueror and, or, like, Sunder, right, Triforce, is that the second you go that, your build options are limited. But me going the build I go literally opens me up to every single item in the game, right? If you go Phase Rush, you can't really sit there and say, I'm going to go Dusk... Or if you go Conquer, you can't sit there and say, okay, I'm going to go Duskblade, right? If you go Conquer, you can't really sit there and be like, I want to overdose on, like, damage. You always need to... You always need to be kind of tanky with it. That's what I don't like. We'll do a Duskblade this game. This is definitely a Duskblade game. I could have won Death Sands as well, but I feel like just one-shotting them is much more important. You play Conquer, then switch to Phase Rush, and it's so much more enjoyable? No, it literally is. Phase Rush feels a million times more fun to play because you aren't limited by your movement speed. A lot of people have this misconception with Hecarim where they're like, dude, Hecarim goes so fast, like... But no, he really doesn't. If you play 10 games of Hecarim, you realize just how shit the champion really is at sticking on to others. Even if you have Ghost. Because, like, imagine if Helos builds Gale Force this game and I try ulting on him and he Gale Forces away. What do? I get fucked. That's what I do. Fuck me. No, I answered. Nice, we got that. Now, we just look for Dragon. You know what I'll do? Is enemy team going to contest Dragon? I might just get an Elixir if I think they will. Yeah, they will. Mordekaiser's posturing bot side. So just this. It's like my team's asking if my Hecarim build's normal, but they don't understand that I am the guy who makes the Hecarim builds. Perfect. It's like I'm the one who makes the Hecarim build shy, you know what I mean? I'm not the one who fucking copies the others. Fuck copying. Fucking pave my own way on this champion. The fuck? That's always happens. So what's the point of being disappointed? I'm about to make the most unpopular take ever, and you guys are going to listen to it. Some of you are going to agree, some of you won't, but it's the truth. Every single challenger slash high-low one-trick, whatever, is equally as good as every other challenger, high-low one-trick on their respective champion role, whatever it might be. The only difference that separates these players is how strong their individual champions are. That's what separates Grandmaster one-tricks from ones that are challenger 1KLP. I said it. I fucking said it, and that's the honest to God truth. And when I say one trick, I mean people who have more than 70 to 80% of their games on a specific champion. Holy Giga Chad? No, it's true. I am equally as good as Chase, as equally as good as Scrub Noob, Charisma, and Rolla, equally as good as one another, right? Okay. It's the honest truth. Really? I didn't dodge the parry? Cancer. Are there huge differences between one-tricks of same champs like Zed Fiora? Well, if there's a difference in rank between one trick of like... At that point, it's just about like... not necessarily mechanics, so much as it is like knowledge of like actual the game and the map and stuff. Like one challenger Fiora one trick might just have a much better understanding of how to play top lane than one who's like masters, right? The fucking Duskblade Hecarim demon chat. This build is so fucking fun, I swear. One of my most fun builds I've ever created. Genuinely. Chemtank 9 was also pretty fun, but this one's like more enjoyable to play. This one's much more enjoyable to play. Nice. What the fuck is this damage? This damage? It's chilling is what it is. These players are trash. No. These players are GM Challenger. Enemy mid laner got 1 KLP with a 75% win rate. I'm gonna be honest with you. Can't say that, girl. Don't tell me you could say that shit. The FF! Oh, I wanted one more one shot.